Well, Chris Popper here in Bangor, and I'm with Caitlin down in Trenton at the SPCA of Hancock County. And I see a big brown furry someone. Who's joining us?
You do. This is Marquis. She's a 3-year-old pitty mix who loves children, loves cuddles, likes most other dogs, just is not a big fan of cats. And she is so ready for her new home.
Now, how long has she been at this shelter?
She's been in the shelter for only a couple of weeks now. And now that we've had her a couple of weeks, she's up to date on all of her shots and things and ready to be adopted.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, and you said she's 3 years old?
She is 3 years old, so she's still a young lady.
And how is she in terms of walking and going the bathroom outside and following directions?
Yeah, she was in a home before, so she is housebroken. She knows how to sit pretty, so she doesn't sit down, but she sits down and leans up on her front paws. She doesn't just straight sit down. We're working on that with her right now and working on a few other tricks. But she is an extremely smart girl. The one thing I would say is she knows how to open doors. She opened every door in the shelter her first night here. And thank goodness got stopped by the locked ones. But you're definitely going to need to be smarter than this dog.
Well, I can understand that. And with our dogs at the with our Great Danes, they certainly go through and they open all sorts of doors. There's not a door that's immune to them opening.
Exactly.
So it's just, when you have a dog, like you have to pet proof your house, and it's just like having children.
It definitely is. And it's just like having children at an entirely different level. She's not going to grow up past her 3.5 feet. So making sure that a level is forever pet proof. But outside of that, Miss Marquis is sweet as she can be.
Now, it's funny because we never had larger dogs until we had the Great Danes. So the idea of placing things up on counters, that just doesn't work with Great Danes. It's funny how that, you have to look at things at all different levels.
I bet.
And so look at her. She's gorgeous. So she's up to date on all the shots. She's been neutered and everything, so she's ready to go.
She's ready to go home. This one is definitely ready for her forever home. And she loves children, which is a rare thing to find in a pitty mix her age. It's a really nice combination.
Absolutely. So you can just hear one of my Danes grabbing a bone. That's what fell. Tell me the hours of the shelter. So if someone is interested in coming to visit, and talk a little bit about the adoption process, if you would.
Sure. So right now we're still doing adoption and meet and greets by appointment only, 11 to 5, 7 days of the week. You can, if you're interested in a specific animal, you can of course call between 11 to 5 and talk with any of our adoptions processing staff. But in addition, hi baby. Oh, sit pretty. In addition, you can also go online and fill out an adoption application right there. And if you do that knowing you want a specific pet, you can choose that specific pet and have it added to your application.
Tell us, what is the address for the website so people can have that?
Absolutely. So the website is SPCA Hancock County, all spelled out.org.
Okay. Now, going on this week too is still is Wine and Whiskers.
It is. So on Tuesday, our biggest annual fundraising events are now virtual Wine and Whiskers opens to the public. Starting Tuesday, people can access over 3 hours of digital content for the next week. All the proceeds go directly towards benefiting animals just like Marquis, their care, their well-being right here in the shelter.
And you've got the silent auction going on until tomorrow night, Tuesday night, the 21st.
We do. So The silent auction's been going on for almost a week now. There's lots of bids out there, but there's lots of things still available, including our Fund a Need. So if you want to donate to the shelter and want it to go to things like flea tick and dog prevention for a month for a certain number, you can do that as well. That's also part of the auction. And that will close Tuesday at 8 p.m.
And with a silent auction, I mean, like any kind of auction, the bidding is fast and furious in that last hour.
It definitely is. And so while it's been kind of slow to get started, now everything mostly has its starting bid. So now we're starting to see people get bumped and starting to see people pay a little more attention.
Excellent. All right. Well, we can't wait to have her go home and hear a great story. She looks absolutely gorgeous. And we're looking for a good home. And you're in the picture. My wife is looking at the dog. She got in the picture. But looking forward to hearing about her going home. And you and I will talk next week.
We will. Thank you so much, Chris. Have a great week.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.